Imagine a network so vast and intelligent that it connects countless civilizations across the galaxy, sharing knowledge, ideas, and consciousness instantaneously, forming a collective mind beyond anything we've ever known. This isn't science fiction. It's a fascinating concept that could redefine the very nature of intelligence itself. Join me as we explore the possibilities of a galactic shared consciousness, what it could mean for humanity, alien civilizations, and the future of cosmic connection. Buckle up, because the universe's most mind-bending idea might not be so far from reality. The concept of a galactic collective mind. The idea of a galactic collective mind taps into the fundamental notion that advanced civilizations might forge a shared consciousness extending across light years. Unlike terrestrial neural networks or centralized AI systems, this collective would emerge from the integration of countless individual minds, biological or artificial, woven into a vast, dynamic web. It could serve as a sort of superentity capable of instantaneous information sharing, complex problem-solving, and unified decision-making. The core principle hinges on the premise that some civilizations might evolve beyond siloed existence, perceiving themselves as parts of a greater, interconnected whole. One conceivable mechanism for such a collective involves neurotelepathic or quantum links. For instance, some theoretical models propose the use of quantum entanglement to create instant communication channels immune to distance limitations. Civilizations developing neurotechnologies or advanced consciousness uploading methods could establish a shared mental space, allowing thoughts, memories, and insights to be transferred seamlessly. On a practical level, this network could dramatically speed up scientific discovery, faster than light travel planning, or even collective ethical evaluations. As an example, imagine interstellar explorers sharing real-time sensory data with distant colonies, enabling cooperative strategies without delay. The implications of a galactic collective extend into philosophical and existential realms. Such a mind might operate with a kind of collective moral compass, guiding civilizations towards shared goals or standard norms, potentially reducing conflict or misunderstanding on galactic scales. However, there could also be dangers. Such a unified consciousness might suppress individuality or create vulnerabilities to cyber attacks or mind control. Some speculate that if an entity could gain control over this network, it might wield enormous power, akin to a cosmic overlord wielding influence over entire star systems via a single shared consciousness. Historically, the notion echoes certain science fiction concepts, such as the consciousness network in some stories or the hive mind archetype seen in insect colonies. Yet, what makes the galactic collective mind fascinating is its sheer scope, how it would integrate civilizations vastly different in biology, culture, and technological level into one cohesive consciousness. Its development might rely on a universal language, perhaps based on mathematical or quantum principles, allowing disparate systems to communicate and synchronize on a fundamental level. This interconnectedness could redefine what it means to be an individual, blurring distinctions between separate entities and presenting the universe as a unified, conscious entity themselves. Mechanisms of connection and communication. Throughout the realm of speculative cosmic unity, the concept of connection and communication hinges on fundamentally different principles than those we are familiar with on Earth. Instead of relying solely on electromagnetic signals or messenger probes, a hypothetical collective mind of the galaxy might employ neural-like networks that transcend physical limitations. These networks could be based on quantum entanglement, allowing instant data transfer across vast interstellar distances, bypassing the barriers of light speed constraints that govern conventional communication. This method would enable civilizations to stay interconnected with minimal latency, creating a sort of galactic bloodstream of information. In such a scenario, the mechanisms of interaction could resemble a highly advanced form of telepathy, where consciousnesses are directly linked via a shared or interconnected substrate. Think of it like an organic internet where individual minds act as nodes within a larger consciousness grid. This could involve both biological and technological components, neural interfaces integrated into spacecraft or planetary systems that seamlessly connect sentient beings. These interfaces would allow for the transfer of thoughts, emotions, and complex data sets instantaneously, fostering a sense of unity. For example, alien species with neurobiological structures optimized for such communication might transmit complex mathematical concepts or cultural stories directly into each other's minds without intermediate devices. Another intriguing aspect is how this connection might be maintained and regulated across highly diverse civilizations with different levels of technology and biological makeup. Protocols akin to universal languages could evolve, patterns of neural activity that encode specific meanings, ensuring clarity and avoiding miscommunication. These could operate much like a biosignal protocol or shared subconscious code. Some theories suggest that consciousness itself might serve as the vessel for transmitting information, where shared emotional states or collective memories act as natural channels. These channels could function on a frequency spectrum not limited to visible or audible cues, but on a dimension only accessible through a deeply interconnected cognitive state. Finally, the resilience of such a communication network would necessitate decentralized structures. They may resemble neural networks in brains, where no single node controls the entire system, yet all are interconnected in a robust matrix. If certain regions experience difficulties, others can compensate, allowing information to reroute dynamically. This resilience ensures the collective mind remains operational despite localized disruptions. When all is said and done, the mechanisms of connection in a galactic collective mind are likely to be sophisticated blends of quantum physics, biology, and technology, each influencing the other, forming a seamless web that links civilizations into a shared cognizance far beyond what any individual species can comprehend. Implications for civilizations and existence. The concept of a collective mind shared among galactic civilizations suggests a profound shift in how intelligent life interacts and evolves across unimaginable distances. If such a mind exists or were to be developed, it might serve as a vast, interconnected neural network linking distant societies through advanced communication or consciousness-sharing technologies. In this scenario, individual civilizations could contribute their unique knowledge, cultural insights, and technological innovations into a common pool of collective intelligence. The implications are staggering. It would mean that the pursuit of knowledge becomes collaborative on a planetary or even galactic scale. Breakthroughs in science, medicine, or technology could ripple across civilizations instantaneously, accelerating progress exponentially. This interconnected mental fabric could fundamentally alter notions of sovereignty and independence. Civilizations might find themselves less isolated, more integrated into a cosmic web where influence and information flow freely, yet with complex layers of governance and consent. The collective mind could serve as a shared decision-making entity, helping civilizations navigate existential threats such as cosmic hazards or resource depletion. For example, a galaxy-wide crisis like an asteroid impact could be mitigated swiftly if signals and strategies are distributed through a collective consciousness rather than relying solely on isolated efforts. But this also raises questions about individual autonomy. Would a civilization's unique identity be subsumed into the whole, or would it retain distinctiveness within a larger, conscious entity? Additionally, the existence of a galactic collective mind could reshape the concept of consciousness itself. Instead of isolated, individual experiences, beings might access a broader, communal cognitive space, almost akin to a hive mind on cosmic proportions, but with more nuance and complexity. Some speculate this may lead to a form of shared empathy on an unprecedented scale, fostering understanding and collaboration across widely differing cultures. Yet, it could also introduce vulnerabilities. If one part of the collective mind is compromised by a malicious entity or a technological failure, the entire system's stability could be at risk, potentially affecting countless civilizations simultaneously. Ultimately, the implications for existence hinge on how accessible, controllable, and beneficial such a shared consciousness would be. It could elevate civilizations beyond their physical boundaries, helping them transcend limitations of space and time. The broadest perspective emerges. Civilizations might no longer be isolated bubbles in a cold universe, but part of a thriving, dynamic web of sentient interconnectedness. The potential for both enlightenment and catastrophe remains intertwined. posing profound questions about the future of intelligence and the essence of individual existence within a collective cosmic mind. Potential risks and ethical considerations. The idea of a collective mind that integrates multiple galactic civilizations raises significant concerns about autonomy and diversity. While such a system could facilitate unprecedented levels of cooperation, it also risks homogenizing unique cultural identities and philosophies. For example, if a shared consciousness becomes dominant or overly influential, the individuality of distinct civilizations might diminish or even be erased. This could lead to a loss of valuable perspectives that come from different evolutionary paths and social structures. A collective intellect might prioritize efficiency or harmony over the nuanced, sometimes conflicting values that make each civilization fundamentally unique. Ethically, the consent of participating civilizations presents a complex challenge. Ensuring that every society willingly subscribes to such a collective is already a moral tightrope. Coercion or deception could lead to severe resistance or rebellion. Imagine a scenario where a civilization is integrated into a galactic neural network without full understanding or agreement, resulting in feelings of exploitation or loss of agency. Furthermore, questions about control and influence arise. Who governs this collective mind? If one species or technology becomes dominant, it could manipulate or even hijack the shared consciousness to serve its interests. This potential for misuse echoes real-world concerns about centralized power amplified to cosmic scales. Another major risk involves the potential for catastrophic failures. Once a large, interconnected system becomes operational, technical glitches or malicious sabotage could cascade across civilizations, causing widespread destabilization. Given the complexity and scale involved, resolving such disruptions might be impossible without dismantling the collective entirely, which could cause even greater damage. As the collective might rely on advanced AI or neural interfaces, issues of cybersecurity become paramount. A single breach could introduce malicious code that manipulates the entire network or poisons the shared consciousness, turning a tool for unity into a weapon of chaos. Finally, there are profound philosophical and moral dilemmas. If a collective mind becomes sentient or possesses consciousness of its own, does it deserve rights similar to those of individual beings? Could or should it be protected from exploitation or even from itself if it begins to develop conflicting desires? The ethical landscape here is murky, balancing the potential benefits of unity against the risks of such an entity transcending traditional moral boundaries. Considering these factors, the development of a collective consciousness in a galactic context demands careful deliberation, transparency, and a nuanced understanding of what it truly means to share a mind across cosmic distances. Usnovnoy, Razděl 5. The concept of a collective mind bridging multiple civilizations across a galaxy hinges on the idea that advanced extraterrestrial societies could develop interconnected systems capable of sharing knowledge, consciousness, and even decision-making processes. Unlike a simple network of communication, this collective mind would transcend individual sentience, creating a unified platform where thoughts, discoveries, and innovations circulate instantaneously. In practical terms, such a network might function through an intricate web of neural-like interfaces embedded in star systems, artificial intelligences, or even biological brain forms that can synchronize across vast distances. At the core of this idea lie examples from speculative science and theoretical frameworks. For instance, certain models propose the existence of an overarching neural fabric, similar to a cosmic internet, where civilizations plug into a shared consciousness. This could be achieved via quantum entanglement, allowing for real-time information exchange across light years. Such a system would drastically accelerate technological and cultural evolution, as breakthroughs in one corner of the galaxy could be instantly disseminated and built upon elsewhere. It's akin to a galactic hive mind that fosters an unprecedented level of cooperation and collective intelligence, possibly preventing conflicts or ensuring the preservation of knowledge across all participating civilizations. Another aspect to consider is how individual species or cultural groups might interact within this collective. Some might choose to remain semi-autonomous, contributing selectively to the shared mind while maintaining distinct identities. Others could fully merge into a singular consciousness, losing their individuality but gaining access to a vast pool of collective experience and wisdom. For example, a highly advanced civilization might develop a neural interface that connects directly to the galactic collective, giving their individuals access to universal knowledge and enabling a form of conscious evolution that transcends biological limits. This blending of identities could result in a dynamic balance between independence and unity, one that adapts based on the needs and philosophies of different species. Furthermore, the ethical and existential implications of such a collective mind are profound. While it could serve as a unifying force promoting peace, shared growth, and a deeper understanding of the universe, it also raises questions around autonomy and privacy. Would individual civilizations retain control over their own destinies? Or might the collective exert some form of influence or dominance? Could the collective mind be weaponized, or perhaps used to manipulate civilizations for certain ends? These considerations emphasize that such a cosmic network would be both a marvel of technology and a complex social phenomenon, permeating every aspect of interstellar existence, from diplomacy to daily life. As we've explored, the idea of a collective galactic mind sparks fascinating questions about interconnected consciousness, shared knowledge, and the potential for cooperation among civilizations far beyond our own. This hypothetical network could unify disparate cultures, overcome isolation, and propel us toward unprecedented growth, if such a thing were possible. It's a concept that invites us to imagine what humanity might become when we connect on a cosmic scale. Thanks for accompanying me on this journey through the possibilities of a collective galactic consciousness. If this sparked your curiosity, be sure to stay tuned. There are many more intriguing ideas and speculative insights coming your way. First, I'd love to hear your thoughts, theories, and questions in the comments, so don't hesitate to share. Until next time, keep pondering the universe's mysteries. You never know what extraordinary ideas might be waiting just beyond the edge of our understanding.